Hey guys, I'm Justin Credible and you're watching Pro Wrestling 101. This week I want to talk to everybody about the importance of referees. And, a lot of times there are people who want to be referees, who want to get into the wrestling business, but aren't really sure or, don't understand the importance of referees. I mean, let's face it. If you're having a one-on-one match, that referee is that third person. He's right in there. And for me, when I'm in there, regardless of who's in that squared circle, I use the referee in all of my matches as a tool. I've worked with some great ones. I've worked with Earl Hebner. I've worked with Tommy Young. I've worked with Jim Molyneux. I mean, I've worked with really some great referees. And to me, it's all about, they're no different than the boys. They're no different than the wrestlers. Any good referee needs to be passionate, needs to be in there, and he needs to enforce the rules. And you can't bury a referee as far as if you're in there, opposite of referees. So it's a very fine line. But to me, a good referee doesn't just go out there and count 1, 2, 3. Bring passion to what you do. When I was a young kid, I grew up in the NWA. That was my favorite promotion. Tommy Young was a star then, in my eyes. Cause he was that referee that reffed, all those Ric Flair championship matches. And he would literally go to lengths. And, he didn't steal the show, but he made you realize he was there in making his count. And sometimes he'd, jump over competitors, and make the count as he's sliding outside the ring. He was intense and he enforced the rules. And now this is all part of the work. You're in on the work. A lot of times referees, I fault indie promotions sometimes by not getting properly trained refs, but refs understand you're part of the work. I have, referees communicate spots to my wrestler, that the guy that's, across the ring from me. So you've got to understand and you've got to be in there with the guy, communicate and be, close to what the action is going to be. I think it's as important as anything else. And I just spoke, my producer and I, we spoke about, the whole Undertaker thing at WrestleMania 30, and we talked about, we've heard things that sometimes, the ref might not have known what the finish would be and all. And, the best thing I could say to that and to referees are, if you're not clued in on stuff, just so you're not buried, because the worst thing to do is to put the heat on the referee if that's not what the intention is, and just do your job. You count as if you would count. It's the wrestler's responsibility to kick out. But just, wrestling is a very weird world where it's like pseudo real, as much as it's a work, it's, we treat it as if it's a shoot. And that's the best, advice in long form that I could give to a referee is treat it as a shoot. Be right in there, be able to communicate with the competitors in the ring and have passion and, and enjoy. I'm Justin Credible and that's Pro Wrestling 101.